As soon as they laid her on my chest, I felt the weight. From the first time I saw her, I wanted her to have everything. But subconsciously, I knew I didn't have it in me. I peed on a stick alone in a stall at McDonald's. Then I watched the line turn pink. I loved being young and feeling like anything was possible. And I knew in that instant that I was never going to feel that again. Having an abortion was never an option. I was 17, a minor. The laws in Ohio made it so I had to have my parents' consent, and asking them felt a lot harder than telling them I was pregnant. I just always did what I thought I was supposed to do. Had the baby, took care of her, went to college. But inside I didn't feel connected to motherhood at all. I just felt lost, and then guilty for feeling lost. I felt like I was failing, but then wanted to blame it on somebody else. It took me a long time to admit that I actually resented Maya for existing, because that felt so wrong. Years from now, she could easily tell her therapist, my mom made it clear that I was a mistake. My mom made it clear that I ruined her life. And I couldn't really argue with that. I always had these three words in my head, like strong and independent and woman. I wanted those words to be attached to her. When I was pregnant, I had found a book of poems by Maya Angelou. In that collection was her poem, Phenomenal Woman. That's when I confirmed that I would name Maya, Maya. And I like to think she's phenomenal. I look at her and I feel like there is some sort of balance or fairness in the universe. I believe again in something. She's everything I wasn't. The possibilities and hopes and dreams that I used to be full of. But I regret that I was never the mother my daughter deserved. I regret that even though I've made my peace and can be much more present now, that it took this long and that so much damage was done in the meantime. I regret that the line between wanting everything for her and speaking of my life with such resentment is a fine one. I sometimes dream I'm childless and free, and I regret having the dream and loving the dream equally.
When I looked at my mother, my grandmother, at my great-grandmother, I just saw women who were burdened, women who weren't free. I was just intent on having another kind of life.